All right, guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Gonna do another top 10 TUR list. This is just gonna be Dokkan Fest. So I've been considering moving it to EZA characters and Dokkan Fest characters, but especially I don't want to do that considering we have two EZA characters who don't come out for many days still. So we're gonna jump in just like this right here. Let's get moving. A lot of these characters at the end, things have not really changed for a lot of them. So, Hirudegarn, Toppo, and then we can stop right here at Super Saiyan 3 Goku and talk a little about him. So, Hirudegarn, we know the deal with Hirudegarn. That boy, it's dodge or die, everything. We have evolved past dodge or die to everything. Now, I mean, back when he came out, you know, he could do some tanking and stuff like that here and there. But nowadays, it's just pretty much everywhere. It's get hit and gets killed. The other thing, too, about Hirudegarn, which, I mean, I don't know, man, maybe should I even have taken him off here? Remember that int characters that have to dodge don't really do so good in the hardest fight in the game, where 17 and Golden Frieza will completely decimate you. Now, depending upon what Hirudegarn does earlier in the fight, he probably could be able to tank like a normal. But, I mean, things could get pretty spooky for him quickly. He's not really that exceptional, but he could just dodge everything, and you could be looking good. Toppo, to me, the biggest issue with Toppo is just, it's stuff like this. This is the problem. These categories, like, this is not... It's just not really feasible on current teams. I mean, maybe we could run Universal Survival Saga, like with Toppo lead friend Toppo, or like, you know, like Jiren or something like that, but it's just, I mean, this guy was so dominant. I feel bad for Toppo, man. This is one of those characters where maybe you could say he is kind of similar to AGL Trunks, where it's like, you know, the month he comes out, he's very good. But then that wall comes so fast. And then it's like, but this guy even more because of the release schedule on Global and stuff like that. Nobody got him. This guy's going to be a forgotten unit in Dokkan history. He was very good once upon a time, but that once upon a time is no longer. This guy got buffed a little bit, and it does help. Buu Saga is now, he's now a Buu Saga character. That is very relevant with Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Easily one of the most underrated. Yeah, they're going to say, oh, funny and stuff. No, Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, probably one of the most underrated characters, I think, ever. Based upon what people have said directly to me. Based on things people have said to me. He's one of the most underrated ever. And that guy needs Buu Saga allies. That's where this guy comes in. The problem with this Goku is, I mean, he is pretty much just dodge or die as well. We do have this mode right here, which is going to give us a scouter, and then he does have the 100% chance to counter. This works anywhere. You know, we could use this against Goku and Frieza. We could use this against 17 and Golden Frieza. A lot of different tough fights like that can be very good. He's effective. He's effective. I do think that him being added to some of these Buu Saga setups, though, actually does matter. Like, it makes him, like, I especially if we get a Carnival 200% leader in, you know, a week or so, like I think, you know, Buu Saga. This guy could be a really nice option for that. I like him on Buu Saga. Next, we're going to grab AGL Vegeta. I actually was thinking about AGL Vegeta versus Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I really was given that thought, but at this guy, in most situations, it's just dodge or die for him. Vegeta, right, it's, you know, a lot of the big attacks you're going to want to dodge with him, but he's also got damage reduction, and he's Rainbow Orb changing. I think that he can be very effective in terms of doing a lot of damage to Goku and Frieza, potentially. Or he's very effective in the Bulma fight. I feel like this guy gets a little bit of a bad rap, but he does also have a very poorly designed kit as well. In particular, this section right here is really bad. I can't think of another character that changes like the field of orbs, and then it is an active detriment to the team, like it is with this guy. If you have a character do an ability like this, they then have to be able to slot into slot 1, or else you're just crushing synergy of the team. I mean, this guy needs a lot of orbs, but oftentimes going in slot 1 is very risky. If you have your active, I guess you could do it, but yeah. I like this guy. Bad kit. Probably a little bit overhated, but at the same time, I don't want to defend him too much. Again, I think you probably could pretty easily get Super Saiyan 3 Goku above him, but next is Roshi. Roshi is another character I don't really see people talking about. He dropped on Global, no one cared. I mean, to be fair, Global, it's just, worldwide anniversary, Cell Max, UI Goku, all this stuff in such a short amount of time. No one was summoning for Roshi. Roshi's pretty good, but it is mostly just restricted to his team. His performance is really strong, but remember, he is just, one of these long line of slot 2, slot 3 characters, right? Where, like, he can have a nice impact, but he's going to need another character to do the heavy lifting of deal with slot 1. Which, to be fair, his team does have the UI Gokus, which certainly can help. I like Roshi. I think maybe if he was a little bit less restricted, I would feel better about him. Or if he was able to get into slot 1, at least with, like, his active up or something like that. But if you see, like, comically over-exaggerated stats for characters, typically Roshi and his support can have a big hand in that. Right, so there's Roshi. Next is TEQ Vegeta. TEQ Vegeta's fallen off a little bit, from when he first came out. Mostly in fights like Gogeta and Janemba. But when we get into Super Saiyan with this guy could still be a major force in the Goku and Frieza fight. He's capable of damaging Goku and Frieza, getting above their threshold. He has a really powerful active skill, right? This guy can handle business against 17 and Golden Frieza as well. He's good. His effectiveness against, like, Goku and Frieza, to me, is much better than his effectiveness against, like, Gogeta and Janemba. This guy is basically a fish right away. Like, if a tough boss attacks him right away, you're dead. But, like, if he's able to either get hit a couple of times or he's able to stack up a bit, like, this Vegeta can become very good. I don't know that I really need to talk about him too much more than that, but he's good. He's good. I like Vegeta. All right, next, Goat Slug. Lord Slug is super good. One thing that's helped him a lot is the continued buffs to demonic power, right? So, yeah, look at this. Here's Slug. The initial data download with him was these 3 characters. Look at everything we've gotten since then. Buuhan, major buff to the team. Mechikabra, Fu, Demigra, all these characters, huge assets to this team, which is really nice to see, right? Because that's the thing with Slug, is he is very dominant, very powerful, very incredible, but you do have to have his intro up. As long as his intro is up, he could do good attack stats, he's going to have reasonable defense. Most of the time, unfortunately, it's not going to be like a slot 1 type of thing, which is, that's when I could really love a character, really suck a character off. But I think Slug is good. He's just powerful. Good, strong, big bad bosses character. They released a lot of kind of like Terrifying Conquer and Demonic Power characters right around with Slug to make things definitely a little bit easier. I like Slug. Slug is good. But with the introduction of Buuhan, I like Fat Boo's performance a little bit better. I bumped Fat Boo above Lord Slug. Fat Boo is overrated by a lot of people in the community. I'm telling y'all, they're out there. They want to put Fat Boo damn near top 5 overall. Right? They're running Fat Boo on every single team, regardless of leader skill, regardless of situation, regardless of circumstance. No matter what, however we could use to, just get Fat Boo out there, they're going to do it. But the fact remains, this boy hits like a feather. Unless you're doing real bullshit, it is a struggle for him to ever get to the point where he's damaging Goku and Frieza. But, his revive in that fight, if 17 locks him in slot 1 and he dies and revives, that could be okay. Certainly his Ghost Usher can be very good against 17 and Golden Frieza or Goku and Frieza. But I don't know. We've had good runs with Fat Boo in the Goku and Frieza fight, but he's not like an elite option in there either. I don't know. I like Fat Boo. The revive, very powerful. Ghost Usher, very powerful. But, you could definitely, on a lot of these teams, you could go in other directions. But with Buuhan existing, of course, you're running this guy with Buuhan. He's a must run. And Buuhan is obviously very good because I have Buuhan at 1, Buuhan is 1. Buuhan's performance, it's way too good. It's too good to ignore how impressive he can be. I think Buuhan is probably going to have a substantial drop-off. Probably after fights get a little bit tougher. Quickly with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, it's very simple why I have this so highly ranked. He, basically can't die. He doesn't die. He's invincible. That's it. He's invincible. He also, now I'm not going to come in here and be like, oh, Fat Boo can't really damage Goku and Frieza. It's definitely the same thing with this guy. This guy definitely struggles to damage Goku and Frieza as well. Right? So keep that in mind. You could do it. It's like with a lot of these characters, right? You know, there's a lot of shenanigans you could pull to get it to happen, but it's just not something you're going to see, really. This guy's really good, though. And they've continued to add a lot of characters to Buu Saga to make it much easier to be able to sustain this as well. As long as he's got a Buu Saga ally on rotation, this guy's going to be really good. I like him a lot. I love him. Again, to me, I'm just saying strictly based off of things people have commented on videos, put under my tweets. I'm talking about things people say specifically to me. This guy's one of the most underrated characters ever. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Yes. And get ready, because in 4 fucking years, I will be saying that this guy is one of the most underrated characters ever. So get ready. Get ready, because it's coming. Mark it down. We're going to be coming back to that. So that's him. Buuhan is just daddy. He's crazy. A lot of it has to do with his domain, but he's capable of tanking basically every boss. He could do really good damage. He supports. Now, when we're talking about like Bulma or Goku and Frieza, Goku and Frieza is definitely the hardest fight in the game. You could probably make the case that Gogeta and Janemba are harder than Bulma, but I don't. Bulma fight's weird, but I do think I do want to count the hardest fight of that event, the exciting heroine battle event. So that's what's going to happen with that. In Goku and Frieza, you don't even have to do this, because his secondary condition is not the worst ever. Obviously, I prefer earlier than turn 6, but against Goku and Frieza, we'll always have that. We don't need to do full power absorption at all. And full power absorption, by the way, sucks. It sucks ass. People are going to, cope and defend a lot of these Buu characters, exchange Buu and stuff like that. A lot of them are flimsy as hell, man. They get smoked. They get smoked very damn easy. Fat Buu can really do a lot for you. LR Buuhan, turn 6, can really start to look crazy. Skinny Buu, depending upon the fight, can be very effective, but you're running full power absorption, it is very easy to get clapped. So that's why it's so good that he could just do this on turn 6. Very, very helpful. And then even in base, right? He is supporting. He's going to have some good defenses. The only thing I think maybe I do kind of wish is that maybe he had his dodge right away. He would be a better character if he did. Like, if you swap this crit and this dodge, he's a better character. Because I'm thinking of off of power absorption. You would run him the first 6 turns with dodge, and then you'd then be able to go into his domain. Right? He would be a much stronger character if you swap the dodge and the crit. But, I mean, I don't know. Like, he's probably going to age quickly once 10th anniversary shows up, but I don't want to, be like, oh, well, I'm going to put him at 3 because he might age quickly. No, fuck that. Right? Like, he's good. He's good. In terms of kind of like this, I got it just like this. Some slight changes. I think with the introduction of Buuhan, certainly I wanted to get Fat Buu a little bit above Slug. Although, to be fair, Buuhan is a great option on Slug's team as well. And then, of course, with this guy having been added to Buu Saga, I moved him in front of Toppo. Because now it's like, Toppo, dude, these restrictions, it's annoying. It's an annoyance. LR Jiren can be very good, but he's also weak turn 1. He can get killed very easily turn 1, Jiren. So, yep, there we go. Is there anything else to talk about? I think we're good. Kind of move through it quick. Because a lot of these characters have been out for quite a while now. So we've talked about them at length before. So, yep, we can finish up there. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how dumb I am. I think, like, what's the issues? Outside of people talking about, like, Fat Buu at, like, 1, I guess. I don't really think that there's going to be too much I don't know. I just don't think a lot of people, like, these are not characters people are really arguing about. To be fair, lately on the timeline, people, it's a boring time of Dokkan for sure. So they're going back to arguing about, like, AGL Vegeta Blue and Physical Ultimate Gohan and these, like, idiot characters from last year that I've got no interest discussing. So whatever. There we go. I love you guys. Have a big kiss. Mwah! And I'll catch you next time.